back, and just essentially what I'm doing is just a blind recording. Again, Dream Warriors is still on a little bit of a break, a little bit of a hiatus. I think for good reason. One of these reasons is I just had to switch my focus onto the YouTube channel and just build momentum for that. Because there's a show I do with Brian, who was number 50, Dream Warriors episode 50. It's called Bad Eats. Oh, excuse me. I came back from Ocean City, Maryland, and got like allergies or something, like major congestion. You guys can probably hear it. But so the YouTube channel is just focused on this one show, but the idea is that there's other types of programming rolled into what like what we did with Bad Eats, and it's not particularly food related. It's more Peter centric. It's more me being a nucleus, and kind of like having partners. With just like range of interest and maybe ways I wanted to express myself. So one of these is commentaries. So like the whole idea is like we sit down and we pick movies and we make comments on them, and it accompanies a video which will have a maybe like additional information. It might have video break-ins where if someone is wrong, I'll stop everything. There'll be an interjection on the correction, and we move forward. And just lots of graphics and pop-ups and things like that. So one of those, which was the Roger Corman Fantastic Four, took forever for me to figure out. And the reason is because there was a level of like graphics, motion graphics, organizing. It's hard to describe how much being organized helps, and like learning those administration skills and developing pipelines to make things like you get things ready for production, and you develop a process. This takes time. There's no book for it. You have to figure out what works best for you, your equipment, your schedule, and partners and people you have around you. So it's definitely a ton of work. Of everyone that's involved with my efforts, there's a back end level of work, which is the real time. It's the real time. No one's really helping me on that. I'm just waiting for someone to come along that has a couple skill sets. So I'm sorry you guys are hearing some sirens now, because we're recording this pretty late. It's late Friday. Okay, it's like very early in the morning, but as of right now, there's no guests lined up for Dream Warriors. It's Mark was supposed to come by on Thursday. He was supposed to come by yesterday, and we really just had to cancel just because there was a couple work things I was tied up in. I kind of didn't hear from him throughout the day, so I just took my mind off of it. And you might be thinking like, well, what does that have to do with it? Like, you can't just sit down and do a show with him. No, because there is a level of research and being prepared that I think it's a part of the quality of the show. I hold myself to it. I expect everyone that sits down across from me to meet me at that, to meet me at the 0.5 halfway point. But there's a ton of concepts. There's a ton of ideas. There's a lot of tidbits that I've already recorded. Didn't even timestamp. Just initial ideas and reactions to things. So Dream Warriors is developing shelf work, which is a part of the break, and we're still on the 50 points. 50.1, 50.2, 50.3. I don't know how far this is going to go. I do like that it's a extension of 50, and we're kind of just trying to keep the gears lubricated while things transition to YouTube. The latest episode, I said that Dream Warrior should be on YouTube by this point. And that's Dallas just jumping about 10 feet down. Dream Warriors is not yet on YouTube, and this is because I decided to do a video intro for it, and I can't even describe how much work that is to have a setup and map that out where you can just sit down, have it be well lit, have a good camera angle, and just be able to talk into a lens, essentially. To get that figured out, I went through an hour. I did about 5 or 6 intros, like all the same, very little variations between everything. And I was out of frame. The top of my head was cut off, showing too much of my legs. My posture was bad. Lighting was off. The list goes on and on. So that unfolded into another, like, it was just like another Pandora's box, okay, or a puzzle box, whatever. It was a labyrinth. I've recorded a audio intro for episode 1, and I thought that was good enough. And I went back and thought about it, and it's just not good enough. Not okay. So the other feature or point or addition I wanted for the YouTube was to be able to go through the timestamps and to kind of give a little bit of additional insight into what was happening in the episode, what we were discussing, and what that meant in the future. And I think that's kind of cool because even with episode 1, there was a couple things we picked up on with BVS, and very happy that it's recorded. And so it's good stuff. So, and right now, like, I'm sitting down and I'm envisioning this to be a little bit of a multi recording episode, meaning I'm sitting here, I'm talking to you. I need to sleep because it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. It was supposed to be a staycation. I was supposed to be staying in tonight, doing nothing, and I ended up doing a lot of cocaine. I ended up doing cocaine and drinking a combination of vodka, tequila, and Red Bull in a giant 7-Eleven big gulp, big Slurpee. No, it's a big gulp, but it was for Slurpees. I'm not even sure how many ounces that thing is, but it's huge. It's ungodly huge, and so so that's what happened to my Friday. So this is technically a Howl at the Moon episode, and I kind of like the format that I'm at right now because this is why we're on the break, because this gives me an opportunity to experiment with different types of product and ways of doing it, ways to incorporate other people, and to drill into a little bit more of me and my life and the things I have going on. And the reason why of recent this has become a focus of mine is because I really believe that anyone can talk about movies and comic books and streaming and television and novels, culture, pop culture, what's happening on what's happening on TMZ, a little bit of sports talk sprinkled in there. Anyone can really go through this stuff. Even when it's fact-based, there's maybe like little value taken from that, okay, or adds to it. Like, one of the initial runs for Dream Warriors, like early on, was there was just a lot of facts, a lot of numbers, and I think it did add to make the show different. But our do the points resonate? And I believe that the points do not resonate because the presenter, being myself and who I'm across, like if you don't connect with those people, the points do not get absorbed. And that was like a thought that just stuck out, and I measured it against the rest of the field, and said, it's definitely with this format, which is why I love podcasting. I really do. I have such a love for this platform and this format, and the grind it takes and the hustle it takes to be regular about it. And you know what? I don't care. Dream Warriors has done more content than anyone like in this area, and we're in Philadelphia. Not only are we in Philly, we're like right on the outskirts of Center City, so this is like a major metropolitan area, and there's things happening around here all the time, exciting things, fun. Like there's always something, and if you have FOMO, fear of missing out, you do not want to live in Philly because you're doing things endlessly. I got my next 3-4 weekends lined up. The Conor McGregor fight is tomorrow night, and then it's Made in America, and then it's NFL, and then there's a Donald Trump Tower trip put in there during that stretch, because I'm going with John to get taco bowls. We're doing taco bowls at Trump Tower. I don't know. It just seems to be a great idea. I'm sure I'll be loaded. I'm sure he won't be drinking. So that's where we are with the show. Okay, it's my attention is split, and the worst part is I really haven't been drawing too much. eBay sucks up the rest of my time between when I come home. It's kind of like eBay shipping proposals, having a guest over, doing stuff around that, which I love, because it exercises boyfriend skills and other things. Exercises other stuff. You guys know what the other stuff is? Are you interested in the other stuff? People tend to be. I get more feedback from my personal stuff than I do from the movie talk. So this is why we're going in this direction for now. Just going off of memory, I don't have my schedule in front of me because I've become extremely anal with using my Google Calendar again, just because I need to. But I'm pretty sure I'm recording with Mark on Sunday. So this episode, what I'm doing here, I'm pretty sure I'm going to record like Friday. We're eclipsing into Saturday now, or we're in Saturday morning. I'm going to record a little bit later today, maybe a little bit solo on Sunday, and just kind of release this on Monday, and then Mark's episode will be released on Tuesday. So, and let me just get some of the dates up right now, because there you go. So right now we're in Friday the 25th going into the 26th. So this will be released on the 28th. Mark's recording on the 27th, being recorded for the 29th. And I had such a interesting, spontaneous night, and there's nothing like those moments where you sit down and you're kind of like in the elements, meaning like you're outside, and you should be wearing long sleeves and your 9 long sleeves, and you're just talking with someone, and the layers are being peeled back, and like when people become vulnerable to you, and there's so many moments like that in my life already that I really hold on to and I cherish. And believe it or not, or believe it or not, don't believe it, but that bond creates a loyalty in me with that person, because I feel grateful that they shared that with me. And I might go a little bit deeper into like what I'm alluding to later, but that's the type of night I had. And sure, I was involved with narcotics and lots of alcohol and energy drink, but it's it's what comes out of it. And so week ago, I was in Ocean City, Maryland, OCMD. Had a heck of a time. Really tried hardcore narcotics for the first time. I'm 39. Tried them for my first time and was a little bit happy. Was very proud of myself. And the reason for this is because I felt like I earned it. I felt like I did enough in life, tried enough in life, failed enough in life, succeeded enough in life to where I earned this other experience. And when I realized that I was going to be doing it, it was what the thing that clicked was that I waited this long. I waited this long. Like, what's the big deal? What's the worst that can happen? And it was just this journey, like this new experience, and totally like taking me out of my comfort zone. And boy, did I embrace it, and did it give me wings, like that, did it give me another layer, another leveled up with confidence. And it's just like the things I related to are they're kind of ridiculous when I compare them, but it's I remember like cooking for the first time, and I would watch the Food Network, or like it was it was the Discovery Channel, and they would have like these cooking classes, or they weren't even classes. There were the beginning of what became the Food Network, and it was like I think there was an Asian guy named was Michael Chen. It wasn't Julia Childs, but there was only like a few personalities. No such thing as a celebrity chef yet. And just watching food and restaurants, and it was like fascinating to me. What clicked then is the same thing that clicked over the weekend at OCMD. Last weekend, which is like just like do it and learn it. Like learn this. Like you should learn this. And I would be up like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning with sometimes my grandmother like sleeping on the living room couch, like 15 feet away, and I'm trying to cook, like grandfather chicken. I'm learning when to add lettuce to a wok and to a skillet. So because my first few attempts, the lettuce like liquefied, and like that's how I learned to become good in the kitchen. I just did it. It was something I decided I should know. No one was there to tell me I should do this, or these are skills that a guy should have. And I relate this to a similar experience, or like this epiphany I had in 2000. Well, roughly 2002, which was, like I'm not going. I can draw. I can draw anything. I can hit multiple styles. Instagram, AKAPAD 13. Like you can see it. There's a lot there. Is there enough? Was there enough there? Was I pulling back? But either way, it wasn't giving me a type of skill set that I knew deep down I should have, which is corporate level acumen. So I went on that journey and felt like I earned it. Felt like I earned the right to fight for things, and that's how I ended up in the city. Ended up with a desire to be in the city and to be a part of it. And, looking back, like living in Jersey, where everything just like sprawled out, and there's no energy, there's no rhythm, there's no collisions at all. Like the people you run into in Starbucks in Jersey are so different than the people you run into Starbucks. And you know what? In Jersey, you kind of only have Starbucks. Like those are your only coffee houses. Okay. In the city, there's hundreds of them, and Starbucks is sprinkled in. Starbucks just has a couple choice drinks, like the coconut milk macchiato that I just busted a little nutty for because I love that thing so much. But there's like infinite coffee houses, and there's a need for it. There's a need for like caffeine and awareness and being up and early and getting at it. The people you meet there in NJ are way different than the people you meet in PA. PA, you meet people you can do business with, possible partners, collaborators, just people with similar interests because it's a city, and Philly's different than other cities. I'm sorry, like the collisions here are unique, and it's close to New York, and it has an overflow from Jersey, and businesses are kind of like coming here and doing damage, and being a part of that and being aggressive on being a part of that it clicked. So yeah, this is all related to me trying cocaine for like the first time. I had to do it. I decided about 2 years ago that I was going to not only get back to just reading regularly, because I couldn't do that when I was in a relationship. Totally holding me back. There's an airplane flying somewhere around here. Man, what is... It doesn't matter. There's always something happening. Yeah, and I just said, look, I'm just going to read. Like, I don't care. I just want to buy books and read and get an idea for a subject. Or, like right now I'm looking at a book on Google Analytics and just deciding to read more of that and get more in tune with what that's all about. And since then, I've read more books on branding and marketing, social media, more biographies than I ever read in my entire life within the last 2 years. To where like for some of these people, I'm like not an encyclopedia, but like wow, like just filled my head, like Dr. Zarkov and the Flash Gordon movie from the 80s. But so like what bothers me a lot, and what I don't see enough of, and agree or disagree with me, but I see a lot of comfort zone out there. I really do. And this might be like another like awakening. I just feel my my consciousness like shifting. I think it's a dangerous direction because I feel like it's already it alienates me from so many people I already know. But like, is there a desire to only be around people reaching like a similar experience, or at least have the desire or the awareness to embrace something like that, to embrace a shift, a change, and an evolution in yourself, however you want to define it. Like you want to kind of talk about it with people, and knowing that it's people are just maybe like stuck in life and they can't do it. And like the last 2 years, I've had like people I just wouldn't expect tell me that they vicariously live through me. And I just kind of heard it tonight a few times, and that was maybe like the nail in the coffin, because it screws with you. Like, oh, you know what? I am. Let me. Dallas is getting into something right now. he's jumping on something he should not be on. Well, he's already on it. I'll be right back. And here we are. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Here we go. Yeah, so a little bit of time transpired since Dallas had his little adventure. I've slept for a few hours. It's about 7 o'clock now on Saturday morning. So yeah, we're just eclipsing time. We are time traveling here. I didn't even realize until I woke back up that we're in the 24th minute. I thought I spoke for about 10 minutes there. Yeah, so just to bring you up to speed and let you know what happened. I'm big on eBay. I've been big on eBay for a long time, long time. Made some good scratch. Found ways to consult people. Found ways to have people deliver product to me. Got good with almost selling anything on eBay. Understanding the the branches from the tree that you have to understand on eBay when it comes to process is obviously eBay, but then it's payment, which is mostly PayPal. Once in a while, you'll get like a money order request. I'm very iffy on that. If it's something that's really high priced, I'll consider it. And then the other apparatus is United States Post Office, USPS, UPS secondary, and then the logistics of listing the items, taking the pictures for the items, describing. I'm sorry, we have a little bit of activity early now. I'm not sure what's happening out there. Could be the Rancor monster from Return of the Jedi. Yeah, and so outside the pictures, it's the logistics of storing the items, cataloging the items so you can have quick shipping, like quick shipments, and packing and shipping. So it's really a business. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of grinding work, and like we just talked through rolling thunderstorms here and banging and clanging. We don't care. So Dallas was just about to jump on a very important pile of Daredevil comics, the Frank Miller run, duplicates and triplicates in some key issues, and they with the Netflix series, the Daredevil, Frank Miller, it sells quick, so I had to prevent that, and then I just decided to sit down real quick to get some thoughts for Dream Warriors and what we're doing here, and that quickly I crashed out. But I got a little bit of rest. I'm going to be up for the rest of the day because it's the Conor McGregor fight and Mayweather, and holy moly, am I cranked up for this. I don't want to go into what my predictions are because it's a fight. It's boxing. It's not a fight. Right? I mean, UFC kind of leans a little bit more towards fighting. Boxing is an art form. It is to build the muscle memory, the instincts, and the carved out, the deep embedded cardio that these guys have. It's an art form. Obviously, it weighs towards Mayweather. Just being able to outlast him. I think Conor could overpower him. Is he going to catch him? Is Conor going to catch Mayweather? Yeah. So whatever. I just can't wait. I'm drinking more tonight. Drinking a lot tonight. Going to be eating Little Caesars pizza. So I'm very excited. But when I got up, I decided to make myself a nice coffee, and I've been using this Reese's peanut butter cup, chocolate peanut butter delights creamer. This thing is extraordinary, and I just can't get enough of it, and it's forcing me to drink more coffee, which is good because it gets me off of the energy drinks. But yeah, so I even go back to listen to what I was recording and where I was, because that's not the point of the later and early in the morning Dream Warriors. And that's not the point of where we are with the show, with the 50.1, 50.2, and however far it goes. There's maybe there is a topic I did have in mind that I did want to gloss over. And these are also targeted to be shorter episodes, but there's a topic I wanted to get into. I will save that maybe if I come back tonight. That would be like an early Sunday morning recording. And then, as far as I know, I should be back talking with Mark, uh, and I don't have what the plan of action is for those episodes yet because he was supposed to be over Thursday. Probably mentioned that, and I had to cancel, so that was my fault. But yeah, so yeah, we're just sitting down. When it comes to what I've been watching, what I've seen twice. I saw it by myself. I saw it with a female friend. Is Clown on Netflix, and my God, do I love that movie. It's such a well weaved, well fabricated monster flick with a cool mythology, like making something out of nothing. Cause like you hear a clown and you're like, all right, he's a serial killer clown dressed up, and it's not that. I think there's a movie called Stitches that touches on that, and I should and all the John Wayne Gacy biography movies because he dressed up as a clown. Like that might be it. Attack killer clowns from outer space. Stephen King's it, but this one I think is the absolute best. I haven't seen Stitches, so when it comes to clown horror or clown comedy horror, I'm just going with clown for now. But yeah, so watch that, and it really captured me. It really blew me away. I believe as of right now, right? Let me look at the date and the time. Yeah. So, Death Note, the movie, should be on Netflix, and I already have a pact with someone to watch it, so I am holding off. Um, just watched Matthew McConaughey's Gold, and uh, there was a Variety article about how he needs another comeback. So the latest comeback in McConaughey led to an Oscar and maybe one of the best HBO TV performances ever in True Detective. Oscar-worthy performance with Dallas Buyers Club and Emmy or Grammy, right? Is it Emmy, Grammy? Which one's TV? The Emmy. The Emmy worthy performance. We've only seen that a few times. The one that always stands out to me is Helen Hunt getting nominated for As Good as It Gets and Mad About You with Paul Reiser, her TV show. Like a few times ever have we seen a run like that. Two separate performances recorded within 90 months apart. 90 months, 18 months apart. Okay, like a year and a half roughly. A few times have we seen that, and it's just funny how Variety put that out, because McConaughey hasn't had like a real big hit since the Oscar, and I guess we can all agree that Interstellar was I don't know. I keep watching that movie. We are there's a $500,000 well, okay, I'm exaggerating. So $425,000 unit right down the hall that just got purchased a couple months ago, and they are gutting everything out of it. And that's what we're hearing right now. Could be the HVAC units and the HVAC air ducts just getting wheeled back and forth there from the freight elevator. But yeah, so uh, I keep going back to Interstellar. I keep watching it. I'm liking the movie more and more. Even without the ending. And again, I'm kind of like some of my feedback is I'm just accused of being this apologist for movies, and or I have a curve, but don't we all? I mean, I know people that think Apocalypse Now is a confusing mess, and or they sit down and they can't watch Taxi Driver, or Citizen Kane is too old for them. Those are curves. So whatever. I think we all children curves, and I think when we point the finger and we identify people who do it, I think we're just being hypocrites, to be honest. But yeah, so McConaughey was amazing in this movie Gold. You watch the movie, and again, he just melts right into the character, and the character has a almost this like alcoholic depression that is just there. Like it is on screen. It comes right through. I thought the movie had a amazing hook at the end because you're waiting for this hook because all these things are happening to him and you're just waiting for that last jab. Uh, Man, like that was uplifting. And Gold is the type of story that I am drawn to anymore. Guys that just do things. They do it. They stick to it. They just go. The founder, which I keep watching. I keep watching and reading Grinding It Out, which is Ray Kroc's book on the creation of McDonald's. And I'm literally watching that movie and reading the book at the same time because there's maybe I'll go into detail about it later, maybe on like another episode, but there's just things that stick out that I don't like how they were portrayed and what they were, how they were sculpted on, like within the narrative of the story. I'm not going to say accuracy. I'm just going to say like things that were implied or even said. But even Founder and Gold, those are two movies right now you can watch for $10 a month, and they're worth it. And if you're listening to this, most of the I think most of the audience at this point for Dream Warriors is people who want to do this, who want to do podcasting, and these movies are real people that did it. So if they're doing it, if they did it, so can you. So can I. Like you're listening to me right now, I'm listening to myself talking. It's just rumbling and tumbling. But yeah, so with that though, I wanted to just sign off. I think I dribbled on long enough right now. Yeah, going to sign off. What's coming up? I don't know. I got one topic to discuss that I will reveal when I sit down to go over that, and then from there we're just going to just get back to numbered episodes. Still have the YouTube releases coming, and there is a episode guide that will be a free download coming also, and the episode guide is already clocking at over 100 pages, which is fantastic. I'm very excited over that, and the episode guide is going to be modeled over Wizard magazine. I would say like the first 5 years of Wizard, up to issue maybe yeah, like maybe 60. I just want to do it. I just want to do it like Wizard. That's all, because it appeals to me. But look, I'm sure you're listening to this, and you got things to do today. You got maybe kids to pick up and hockey practice, soccer practice. You got to cook dinner tonight for everyone. You got to go shopping. You got to maybe go buy that dress for that friend's wedding. You got things ahead of you, and so do I. When people tell me they're busy, I literally flip out. I just have a mental meltdown. We're all busy. Am I busier than others? I don't know. I live across from a family. They're up at 5:30 every single freaking day, and they're just machines, just little machines. And their kids go to private school, and they drop them off and pick them up, and one lives here, or one works there. The other one works near me in Center City, and they're doing it. And every night I come home, and they're cooking dinner. They're doing all these things. So everyone's busy, but are you busy enough to make yourself happy? Are you busy enough to dig down and through life, as the inertia of life is coming over you, like, are you busy enough to find out who you are and to know who that person is? And to further that, are you too busy to find some of your comfort zones and pull yourself out of them? Pull yourself out of these patterns. Give yourself new ideas. Put yourself in front of new people. Be challenged. I've been so angry of late. I really have. There's just been like a lot of angst and anger in me, and I kind of feel like a teenager. Yeah, but man, like, does that push you? Like, reaching 40, feeling like a teenager, but having the responsibilities of a adult, and also the capabilities of an adult, like the reach of someone who does things in this world and maybe has some access. Yeah, I mean, I that's where I just really feel alone. Like, I really feel alone. But everyone around me seems to be enjoying it, as am I. But that's what I'm getting at. Like, are you too busy to remember the person you wanted to be when you were in high school? And, like through middle school, becoming an adult, the way how you envisioned what you would be able to do, okay? Are you too busy for that? And that's where I'm going to leave you, okay? Signing off now. Everyone just have fun and create. Don't be too busy for yourself. And we'll talk later.